Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ngayon po ay July 19, Tuesday. Welcome po sa The Stock Market Today. Pag-uusapan po natin ngayon ang tungkol sa Cebu Pacific at ang ating mga financial headlines. Kung first time niyo po sa channel na ito, ako po si PMG Chidoro, isang retired bank officer na nagsimula mag-invest sa Philippine stock market noong 2007. And I do this report every day na sinimulan ko po noong August ng 2020. Nire-report ko rin po ang latest news tungkol sa inyong paborito at pinaka-aktibong stocks. Kung gusto niyo po ng content, niimbitahan ko po kayo mag-subscribe sa ating channel. At kung meron po kayong stocks na gustong ipa-review, paki-comment lang po sa comment box at aking ipa-prioritize. Hindi po ako financial advisor. Anything I say dito sa aking channel ay hindi po financial advice. Get well soon, Mari. Ang aking pinsan, we're praying for your recovery. Huwag kayong alis dahil ibabahagi ko po sa inyo ang ating financial headlines at ang resulta ng trading sa ating PSE ngayong araw, July 19, 2022, dito lamang sa The Stock Market Today. Okay, so tingnan po natin ang ating financial headlines. At galing po ito ng BDO Securities. Fitch, Moody's skip Philippine growth forecast. BSP says economy to sustain recovery. Government bond yields continue to climb dahil po ito sa inflation. At yung bonds 91-day T-bills po ay nasa 2.32. TMP on track to meet 2022 sales target. Ito po yung Toyota Motor Philippines. Ano po? Then Cebu gets green refleeting. Ito po yung ating main news. BDO Pay now available to non-clients. So, punta na po tayo sa ating main headline. Cebu Pacific to use sustainable aviation fuel in future operations. Budget carrier Cebu Pacific, operated by Cebu Air Inc., said on Monday that it is preparing to use sustainable aviation fuel for its future commercial operation as part of its sustainability goal. Cebu Pacific intends to use SAF for its 3 or more aircraft deliveries later this year. So, sa mga bagong aircraft na ito gagamitin, it also plans to make use of SAF as part of the standard protocol for future aircraft deliveries. It intends to use SAF for its future commercial operations, the company said in a statement to Business World on Monday. Ang question ko po dito is that yung cost po niya ba ay pareho lang ng ordinary aviation fuel? And I suppose it should cost a little bit more, dahil may ginagawa ito for the aircraft. Anyway, the use of this fuel results into a up to 80% reduction in carbon emission across the SAF life cycle, the budget carrier noted. SAF does not require any adaptations to the aircraft or engines and does not have any negative impact on performance and maintenance. So my question is, what about the cost? Gokong Whale-led carrier received on July 17 its 4th aircraft delivery for 2022. The budget carrier's new Airbus A32 or A320 Neo used SAF on its delivery flight from Hamburg, Germany to the Ninoy Aquino International Airport in Manila. Cebu Pacific became the first low-cost carrier in Southeast Asia to incorporate the use of SAF into its operations when it took delivery of its third A330 Neo in May this year, it said. The airline also said that its sustainability goal is in line with global aviation's commitment to achieving net zero carbon emissions by 2050. Okay, so yan po ang ating main news. At tingnan po natin yung inyong mga comments At meron po akong nakita dito from Ricardo Atiliano. Sabi niya, "Hi Sir Bench, naka-encounter na ba kayo ng ganitong scenario before like this in our current situation? Maybe you can share with us your experience. God bless." Sabi naman ng Isip Roman, "Kung nasa bangko pa kayo, nag-rate hike ba? What's the trend on loans and other banking operations, commercial and investment banking fees? I think the last big rate hike was in 1997, Asian crisis, pero di ko sure kung meron pa around." Okay. Actually, no 1997, actually nasa bangko na po ako noon, but I wasn't looking at the stock market yet, ano? Well, siguro pa isa-isa, dalawa, but I was an operations officer then. But this is what I can say about rate hikes, ano? Kasi during the 1980s, when I started my career in banking, ang interest rate noon napakataas. 1984, kasagsagan ng martial law noon at kamamatay lamang ni Ninoy Aquino, taas ng interest rates. Napakataas. In the sense na, well, actually, umabot ng record high na 40% at the time when before the EDSA revolution, ano? Just days or 1 week before the EDSA revolution, it reached a high of 40% or 48%. Pero just before that, siguro ang interest rates noon was about, I would say, 12 to 14%. Mataas na rin yun. Pero ang impact kasi noon is like this, ano? Nangyayari kasi is that when central bank increase interest rates, what happens is, syempre, the bank will also increase its rates. Diba? So, the cost of money or the cost of borrowing becomes high. So, ini-impute niya yan dun sa kanyang loans eh. So, kung halimbawa, example lang po ito, 10%. So, ang gagawin niya 12%. O magkakaroon siya ng spread na 2%. The borrowing cost or the lending minus the borrowing cost, so yung sa deposito na nakukuha niya. Ang diferensya po niyon is a spread. So, tinataas lang po niya. But the effect there is that pagka tinaas mo yung rates, tinaas mo yung cost mo, no, on the loans, ay mas kokonti po magbabaro. Ang nakakabaro lang doon, mga malalaking kumpanya. Like San Miguel, PLDT, Meralco, mga malalaking kumpanya yon, yun lang ang nakakabaro. Kasi napakamahal ng cost of money. Biro mo, babayad ka ng 14% for loans. Pero mas konti ang nagbabaro. So they jack up the rates, but the thing is, banks has other sources of income, not just, of course, the loans is just the bread and butter of banks, but there are other sources of income like trust fees, proprietary fund. They invest their money on various investment instruments na matataas rin naman ang interest rate. They speculate on foreign exchange. Yun, kumikita ang bangko doon. So, at least bangko, buhay siya. Tinataas niya yung rates, mas konti siguro ang kanyang mga kliyente or mas konti yung mga kliyente, but it has other sources of income at doon siya kumikita. Okay? So, pagka binaba niya yung rates, bababa rin yung kanyang lending cost or lending rates, ano? At bababa din yung borrowing rates niya para to make it at par with the interest rates. And one of the things, very resilient po ang bangko when it comes to interest rate. Well, I think one of you asked, ano ba yung stocks na interest rate proof? Actually, wala namang ganong interest rate proof, but very resilient po ang bangko dahil tinataas lang niya yung rates and it has other sources of income. Okay? So sana po ay nasagutan ko po yung tanong po ninyo. At by the way, before the EDSA revolution, yung T-bills rates ay nasa 48 Alam niyo ba yun? 48%, that's the highest so far. Pero after that ay bumaba na po. Okay, so let's now go to the Philippine Stock Exchange Index on what happened today. So tignan lang po natin. BDO po yun nandyan, but okay. The Philippine Stock Index ended in the green, gaining 17.46 points or 0.28% up to finish at 6286.24. So if we put up our indicators here, bearish pa rin po siya, no? Although the RSI is already at 46, but on June 23 ay nag-oversold po yung RSI, nasa 25 lang po. So there appears to be a bullish divergence, but most analysts would say na pababa pa rin po ang index and the target is at the 6,000 level. And as the BSP increases rates up going towards the 4.5% level in December, ay ipaprice in na po yun ng PSE, but it will go on a month-to-month basis, ano? Hindi kaagad niya ipaprice in yan. Siyempre, aantayin niya yung realidad kung kailan nag-declare yung BSP and yung feel ng mga analyst yan. So, usually pina-price in po yan at pwede pa rin pong magbago yung scenario kung nagbago po yung situation, yung world situation po dyan. So, halimbawa, biglang si Putin na nag-declare ng ceasefire, ayaw na niya makipag-away sa Ukraine. Good news po yun. Diba? So, ang effect po niyan ay yung interest rates po ay bababa. Tataas na po yung stock market kung mangyari po yun. So, these factors, the analyst and the market is weighing in. Okay, so let's now go through the market summary. The market activity, 99 companies advanced, 77 declined, while 51 remained unchanged. The all-share index also advanced 0.34%. The sectoral indices are all up except for the financials, which declined by 1.56%. The gainers was led by mining at 2.55%. So let's now take a look at the most active stocks. Okay, so let's take a look at ICT, Ali, SCC, TEL, MBT, and BDO, the top 6 stocks, most active stocks. So, ICT po muna tayo. Yan, nag-gain si ICT at meron volume. But trend is still bearish, ano? So, tingnan natin kung, well, falling wedge nga ba ito? Dito natin. So, let's do a trend line which is actually, so it wouldn't qualify as a falling wedge yet kasi wala pa siyang months. So, pababa po siya pero hindi to wedge actually. Kailangan at least 3 months data. So, maaaring 3 months na rin. May slight overshoot lang dito. But, if we will draw it here, maaaring sabihin natin falling wedge, ano? Pag ganyan. Diba? Anyway, I don't think this is a bullish situation here. So, nagkaroon ng engulfing green candlestick with above average volume, which is a good sign, but the general direction is still down. So, the support, I see it here at 177 or 178. So, nasa support area na po ito. And the resistance is here at 199. But the prognosis here is still bearish in terms of fundamentals. Tingnan natin si ICT. Nasa 279 po yung kanyang presyo or 56.7% upside. Next, tingnan natin si Ali. Okay, so bumaba po siya ng 45.45 points. So almost flat. O 0.45 centavos. So 24.40 at magandang bumili ng ali ngayon, ha? At pababa po siya. And let's see. Try natin ang falling wedge dito. Maaring, so pwede, no? Pwede siyang falling wedge kasi the other would be here. Pero kulang ka sa months eh. Kasi kailangan at least 3 months data eh. No? So hindi siya magko-qualify. Anyway, bumaba siya ng 45 centavos and it's still bearish. Yung ating RSI is at 40, which is also bearish, and it's reached oversold level in June 15 at 25. Ano? So, maaring tumaas ng konti, pero bababa pa rin po yan. And real estate, the real estate business is most hit there. Kasi people couldn't afford to buy real estate right now dahil they'd rather concentrate on food and basic commodities. And real estate is the farthest from people's minds right now, no? Dahil crisis. But again, napaka-mura po ng stocks ngayon, and therefore, time to invest, di ba? Okay, next is SCC. Naku, ito yung pataas na SCC. Although, tinignan ko yung fundamentals kanina ni SCC, nasa presyo na siya, no? 35 pesos yung fundamental price, and it exceeded the 35 peso level. Still tumataas fundamentally, but technically it's moving up. So if we will draw a parallel channel here, parallel channel on the short term, ganyan po siya, no? Slight overshoot with MA50 acting as our support at 34 to 35, while the resistance is at 40 pesos based dito sa parallel channel. So next, we have TEL. Si TEL, naku, bearish si TEL. Actually, magandang bumili si TEL, ha? Kay TEL, ha? Nasa support level na po ito eh. Yan, ito po yung support level niya, nandyan eh. Nasa 1688, ano? Pero bumaba pa siya lalo. So yung next support level niya, nandito na. Nasa 1617. And it continues to move downwards. And TEL, fundamentally, tingnan natin si TEL. PLDT, 2290 or a 35% upside. No? Meron pa rin siyang upside. But ang pinakamalaking upside actually, digress muna tayo, is Mega World. 120% yung kanyang upside with 480. Nag-digress lang tayo sandali. Ito po based dito sa study ni BDO Securities. Okay. So, if you need a broker, go to BDO Securities. Yan po. Okay. So, nandito po, balik tayo sa TEL. And that's it. No? It's still bearish. And the RSI continues to dive. Pero maganda pong bumili ng TEL dahil maganda po magbigay ng dividendo yan at malaki po naman ang kanyang upside, and the upside is about a 36%. It's about a 36% upside. Yan. Okay? MBT is next. MBT. Ganun din si MBT. Bearish din siya. So, banks took a hit today. And tingnan natin ang nearest resistance kasi nandito sa 47.59 na dating support, ano? And the next support level ay, let's do a 1 week so we can see. Okay, the next support ay nakikita ko dito. Yan, nasa 44. So almost support level na po siya, no? 44.05 ang next support level. Okay? So it's still bearish. And then finally, we have BDO. Si BDO ay pababa din, no? It reached a high on July 14 when it reached a high of 123 tapos bumaba na siya. So akala ko dire-diretso na to pataas eh. Pero bumaba na siya. So support is here at 111 and resistance is here sa area pong ito, 122. So support and resistance, hindi pa yan exact points, but these are areas that BDO is a leader in the financial, in the banking industry. Okay, so yan po ang ating report sa stock market. Ika-19 ng Hulyo 2022. Ito po si Benji Chidoro. Nagpapaalala, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagtangkilik at hanggang sa muli. Stay safe. God bless. Bye for now.